Washington Commanders. John Keim going to join us straight ahead from ESPN.com. It's Marty McGee.
Hey, it's
I have two go-to karaoke songs. The first one is Wanted Dead or Alive by Bon Jovi, but that's on the rare occasion. My real go-to is She Thinks My Tractor's Sexy. It really turns her on.
You the realtor of the year. Whoa, we're hugging.
I used to be a hitman.
You can escape this life.
Sorry, brother. I'm never coming back.
Spider Monkey Ninja got hopped.
Love Hurts. Rated R. Only in theaters February 7th. Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $369 per month lease on a 2025 CR-V two-wheel drive sport hybrid.
Touches of black. They say a lot without having to say much. They stand for elegance, refinement, and prestige. Even a little can go a long way. And though they're darker than the darkest night, they make you see everything in a new light. The Kia X-Line Nightfall Collection.
Kia, movement that inspires.
It's the playoffs. He always chokes in January. Nah, bro. He's balling out.
That offense in the snow? No chance.
That defense is trash. My guy will smoke them.
Did you not see him reverse hurdle a dude this year? It's the playoffs.
You should put that on Prize Picks.
Just pick more or less on a few players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Download the Prize Picks app during the playoffs for $50 instantly when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
JJ.
You got this, come on.
last 30 seconds.
I love it, JJ.
Turn it up. TJ!
Leaning into the intensity.
JJ! You know you put me down in the gutter. Don't watch out if you walk. JJ! Yeah, one of these days.
And 0 artificial sweeteners. Here's the thing. It's not about looking like you've got it all together. It's about feeling like you do. Make our new sugar-free your everyday sidekick. Own your ritual your way with Liquid IV.
Introducing our icons. Peter Millar. Luxury meets performance.
This man survived a 4-hour flight delay, crying baby, and 2 coffee spills. But you'd never know. Why? His Jack Archer Jetsetter Tech Pants. Wrinkle-free, stain-resistant, and ready for anything. Upgrade your wardrobe today and get 15% off at jackarcher.com/TV.
With Harry's, you get a smooth shave at a great price. Because you get all of this for as low as $2 per refill. Half of what the other guys charge. Wake up to Harry's. Get your trial set for just $7 at harrys.com/smooth.
The SEC and SEC Network thank our official corporate sponsors for their continued support of our student athletes during every championship season.
You could just watch ESPN, but why not tap in? Tap into peak fandom. Tap into who's hot, who's who, and who's got the takes. Tap into Fast Friends. Tap into the thing that becomes your thing, that becomes everything. Tap into an entire world of sports.
It is time for
the Redneck
Hillbilly
Rodeo.
Headlines. What you got there,
my
son?
friends, we got 43 monkeys escaped from the South Carolina research facility, and the police warned residents to secure their doors and windows.
Yeah.
43 primates broke loose.
Richard Petty.
From an Alpha Genesis facility. What the hell is that?
What is that?
In Beaufort County, prompting officials to set up traps and use thermal imaging cameras in an effort to locate and capture the monkeys.
Down there at the beach.
Be careful capturing the monkeys.
Down there at the coast.
Greg Westergaard, CEO of Alpha Genesis, said the company has put out baited traps, but the monkeys, they ain't going inside just yet. Quote, they're jumping down and taking the food and then jumping right back out on the fence and the tree line. Westergaard also added that, quote, a group of 50 and 7 stayed behind and 43 bolted out the door. I don't really understand that sentence.
So one group stayed and the other group made a run for it. Do you think they had a conversation? We're going. You coming?
Was a group of 50 and 7 stayed behind and 43 bolted out the door.
Okay. So
50 minus 7 is 43. So maybe there's something going on there.
I don't know.
As of Friday
Alpha
morning,
Genesis.
the fugitive monkeys still had not been captured. I repeat, my friends, be careful when you're trying to capture the monkey.
Hey, so didn't Peter Gabriel write a song about this? So they're just out on the loose.
I love it.
Using infrared.
When he's laughing and he's laughing
when the guy
won.
That'll wake him up. Marty McGee on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and the SEC Network. What's happening in the Burger King bathroom?
He's just got to poop his pants enough where he don't like it.
It ain't dropping names, ding dong.
Ding dong, grossly underappreciated.
Good morning, it's Anna Lynn. If the rooster's crowing, it's time for Marty and McGee.
Thank you, Natalie. It is time for Hour 3, the Earnhardt Hour of Marty McGee on ESPN Radio, the ESPN app, and the SEC Network, presented by Progressive Insurance. You can give us a call on the Dr. Pepper hotline, 888-SAY-ESPN. That's 888-729-3776. The lines have been loaded and remain loaded, talking about this Paul Skeens card. But before we get to that, we've been talking about this the whole show. We were talking about the Washington Commanders. Got a chance to be in the Super Bowl and playing for a conference championship. And the man,
Clark Griswold,
the quarterback who's there is Jaden Daniels, a guy we know well. And there's a fantastic story on ESPN.com. Went up earlier this week, just a couple of days ago. And the Martin McGee text chain immediately were like, we got to have him on. John Keim joins us now. John, of course, covers the Commanders. John, fantastic story.
Thank you.
But tell us about your Jaden Daniels experience and what led to you reporting this amazing story.
Sure. And first of all, thank you very much. And so it really goes back to the spring, right? Because the one thing when people would ask me in the spring and the summer about him, if they had skepticism about another hopeful quarterback for this franchise, I would just tell them he's different. And the reason I said that, it wasn't because of what you saw in the field. It was all the stuff you heard about what he did off the field, the work that he put in, showing up in the spring at 5:45 a.m. for extra work and to go through some walkthroughs, et cetera, watch film, whatever. All those things, the way he picked the brain of veterans, Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, even guys like Jeremy Reeves, who's a backup safety but a special team standout, but not a guy that a lot of other guys would just go pick his brain, but he did because he's a smart player, et cetera. So it was all those things that added up to like, he's going to be different. And then you start to see the talent on the field. And then early in the year, just the way he comported himself, the poise that he plays with during games. And I remember sitting in a press conference one time midway through the year and just thinking, I'm at the start of watching something very special here. And just with the whole package, it's not just the talent, it's the whole package.
John, first, thank you for joining us, brother. We appreciate your talent and your time. Secondly, congratulations, OH, to your guys.
I know.
Yeah, y'all just
I'm allowed to wear this hat on this.
Yeah, on the radio you can't see it obviously, but on SEC Network you can see that there's he's not so subtle with the Ohio State lid.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I would not be either. I would be wearing every stitch I had if my alma mater had won the national title.
Yeah.
One of the things about Jaden that I've been so interested in, John, is this usage of virtual reality to really be able to see a defense in 3D and react quickly to various checks and various schematic looks that he might see. What have you learned from him about how that's affected his ability?
Well, here's the key thing is he thinks it's been a huge help to him. So when I talked to some coaches at LSU last year, you'd hear some who were like, yeah, absolutely, this made a huge difference. And I believe it because he was able to, one of the things that Washington really liked about him before the draft was his processing speed. And he credits the VR technology for helping do that, because you can set it at game speed. You can set it at faster than game speed. And it's very realistic to the point where if he's at a game at MetLife Stadium,